Hey there, geeks! Adam coming at you with another Wizards Hall video. You know, we've been finding all sorts of fun stuff to add to the archives here, and some of it's even been sent to us. Starting off with, former Wizard staffer Greg Orlando, he wanted access to some scans of the issues that he appeared in over the years, as he was working at Wizard, and as part of that trade, he decided to send us some trades that he actually got from the Wizard warehouse back in the day. The first of these was Akiko, and as you can see here, it's actually autographed, okay? So we have the creator of Akiko signing that book, very fun. Here's what you probably heard of, yep, Ghost World by Daniel Close, so that's kind of cool to have this in the mix. These are like these indie books that I always heard about at Wizard, but I wasn't reading every Palmer's Pick section, and I certainly didn't read every one of these that came out, so it's very cool to have this. Little Frank Cho action there, University Squared. Is it University 2 or Squared? Who knows? Now, getting into some Wizard items here specifically, we have this edition of Poster Mania, so we got plenty of posters. There's all the previews on the back, give you an idea of what's in there, but you just open these up and they're just like full of various art. Some of it was featured in Wizard, some of it was just, there's some Fathom there. So yeah, there was a lot of art in there. Speaking of which though, hey, there we go, some more Michael Turner art there, this Poster Mania. 48 posters inside, very exciting. Again, there's some more previews. So these are fun. They're not cheap, so when you can find them for a good deal, you grab them. Because, yeah, for some reason, just the art in there gets people really excited. Wizard related on some level is this right here. Now, I don't know if you guys check out this guy's channel, but I see it come up all the time when I'm just flipping through our Wizard side of things. So this is obviously Reggie, there he is in the back, is a big fan of Wizard. We may have to get him on the podcast at some point, just see what he thinks. This is just an interesting piece. All right, where to go now? Some more Wizard items here. Just try to collect those interesting, like, inserts that maybe we have, like, a reader copy of the issue. We don't have a sealed copy that came with Inferno, Hellbound. Really no idea about this Top Cow book, but had to grab it when I was going through some back issue bins. Some quarter boxes is where I found this right here, Project Superpowers Wizard half. The only thing, I don't know if you can see it with the glare, it does have like a crease down the center there, and I was like, man, there were like 3 copies of this, and I grabbed the one with the crease. Oh well, what are you gonna do? Also, this one, Slingers, I already had. As you can see, it's super beat up and gross right there, but I was just like, oh well. Again, when there are quarters, sometimes I just grab them just in case. Same with the cross-gen primer. You can never have too many cross-gen primers, right? Oh, we'll get there soon enough on the podcast. Here's what I definitely needed, though. How about Weapon X half? This was one that an eBay seller, I was trying to buy something else. It turned out they didn't have it. They, sold it, and then they're like, oops, we already sold that one. So they sent me this at a discount, which was very kind of them. So I did find another copy of that thing I wanted, which will come up on a future haul video. Getting back to Wizard, probably had lots of this in the warehouse there. Yeah, how about Just a Pilgrim from Black Bull Comics? Yep, Gareb Shamus's own imprint. Of course, most of the ads in there were Wizard related, so it's just great to grab this first issue. I had the second issue that I picked up, but I didn't have that first. Also, Shadow Reavers. Now, what's cool about this is I didn't realize Pat McCallum was actually writing this. I mean, it should make sense, that he would be involved, but it was just very cool to see Mike Searle and Pat McCallum's names there. Also, so I picked this up recently, Wildcats 5. So normally when I'm in back issue bins, they're bagged and boarded. You don't see the back of the comic. This one happened to just be, in there without the board. And I saw that this was the ad on the back. I was super excited. You can see barely back there. It's a little bit covered up by some comics right now, but I have the promotional poster for that issue. That was a big one for me back in the day, so that was cool to see. The other thing when I'm digging through back issue bins, I always look for the Wizard endorsement. If you see right there, so this issue of Avengers was telling you that it was a fan award winner for 1998. Found this issue of X-Men, which was a fan award winner for, and really they're talking about Marvel in general, that they were a Wizard 1996 fan award winner, which is something we just covered on the podcast. And here's another one for 1998. So it's amazing to think of a time where Wizard mattered that much that one of the big two comics publishers is saying, hey, you want to buy our books, right? Because Wizard said it's great. So just that period. All right, now the big thing I picked up, though, recently while I was going through some bins, while I was traveling, was this previews catalog, okay? This previews catalog has X-Men 2099 on the other side, but this is from, let me see here, June 1993, okay? Wait till you see what's in here. Honestly, I feel like I could do an entire video just on this previews catalog, but I'm going to show you some of the highlights. So we got Batman on the cover. They were going all in on Nightfall. This is some sort of like pop-out thing that you could put around for display of the Azrael Batman, and there's just a ton of that stuff in here. In fact, let me pull this up real quick. This is kind of neat. They had an actual interview with Joe Quesada where he was explaining all his sketches and ideas behind the Bat armor, which was really neat. They have a lot of inserts in here, too. So they were big on Defiant. There's this Plasm, before it was Warriors of Plasm, post-lawsuit that we covered on the podcast. There's a full interview with Jim Shooter, and there's a lot of, like, Defiant stuff all throughout this issue. Let me show you this, too. I mean, these are so thick, you have to just pull through. There's this kind of cool thing that is... All right. So there's this ad for Spawn Pogs that you can see right there. And then when you flip it, if I can get this to go there. So the Spawn Spogs, right? So they're, now this looks like it's actual, like some sort of promotional, like you get 3 free Spogs. You do not. Those are just there as like an idea of this is what they will look like. But I love that they're calling them, you know, the hottest collectible of 1993. I don't know that that panned out in that way. But check this out. There's also a Deathmate insert, so that was still in full swing right here. This is a Deathmate preview book. It was only available in previews. There you see some ads for other Image-related comics there. Let me see what else we got here. Oh, yeah. So Dark Horse was doing their Comics Greatest World thing, so there's a little insert for that as well to get your attention. Let me see what else we have here. Oh, so this is from Now Comics, Mr. T. Okay, it's a whole flip-out thing to tell you. Ralph Snart and all these other comics, get a t-shirt, whatever else. What I got very excited, though, on this page is it has the Last Action Hero issue number 3 you could order. The only problem is none of the issues came out. They never released it because the movie did so poorly in theaters that they just decided to scrap the whole idea. In fact, I actually got to interview a while back the designer of the cards that were supposed to be inserted in there, and he was telling me all about it, and he sold me his collection, like this, like I'm trying to think, I think it was a full 9 cards that were supposed to go in there, and they were never packed in, but there's a full ad for this Last Action Hero comic book, which a movie that I have a soft spot in my heart for, and I just love everything surrounding that. But the big deal with this, okay, with this previews catalog, for our purposes, is the section that features Wizard promos, right? So here we have for issue 25 with Deathblow on the cover. They have this ad going on. But then as you can see, we saw the Spogs earlier. How about some Wizard Pogs? Now, this is something that also never happened. They talked about it in the magazine. Issue 25 came with a single 25th anniversary Pog, but that is it. And so you see here that we actually have the promotion. What's funny is it tells you here of the Wizard Pogs, please inquire. Wizard Pogs album, you know, booklet to keep them in, please inquire. Well, you could inquire, but you weren't going to get much. And then the last thing here, this is really fun. Again, Nightfall was in full swing. Brian Cunningham, the editor over at Wizard, wrote a whole write-up about Batman, kind of his evolution over the years. They even have a little section that's the price guide. So it's just fun to see how involved Wizard was, you know, in their promotion through previews. There's some stuff in there for Hero Illustrated as well. So just a lot of cool stuff in there. You know, these preview catalogs are kind of hard to come by these days. Just wanted to share that with you. Thank you so much for checking out this haul video. More to come, absolutely. But of course, you want to stay in touch with us. Find us on Twitter at Wizards Comics, on Instagram at Wizards_Comics. You can join our Facebook group. You can stay subscribed over here to check out an upcoming top 10 best Batman covers that Michael and I are going to be doing, getting back to our top 10 videos. Of course, We want to invite you to check out our Patreon as well if you're looking for extra content. Patreon got to see all these finds as they were happening, and I would just share them with them. And so that is going on over at patreon.com/wizardscomics, $5 a month. And you're getting uncut early release episodes. You're getting full scans of the issues and lots of other exclusive content. So if you don't want to miss out, get on over there. We'd love you to support the podcast and then just enjoy a little bit more of the fun we're throwing their way. So, hey, until next time, keep your books bagged and boarded.